Hi there, Paul Thompson here from Spitfire Audio. And yes, we're back with another amazing scoring competition for you. Following on from 2020's HBO Westworld competition, and then in 2021, the DC series Stargirl. The scoring competition is a great way to enhance your portfolio or try composing to picture for the very first time. It's a great way of practicing techniques that you'll need to learn, like scoring around dialogue, things that professional media composers have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. For the last two competitions, we worked with some incredible composers from the film, TV and gaming worlds, Ramin Djawadi and Pinar Toprak. And this year, we have someone equally stellar. Our judge and composer for this year is one of the most prolific composers of recent years. In 2021 alone, he scored an incredible 12 projects. So I'm going to pass you over to the team in Los Angeles to tell you all about this year's competition.
Hey, my name is Kris Bowers, and I'm really happy to be working with the team at Spitfire Audio on this year's scoring competition. If you don't know who I am, I've been fortunate to compose the scores for some incredible projects like King Richard, Green Book, Inventing Anna, When They See Us, and the Madden NFL series. When I started talking to Spitfire about the competition, we agreed that we wanted to do something special. So we picked a show that I've been really lucky enough to compose for over the past few years, and that's presented me with all sorts of creative possibilities. I'm really happy to reveal that this year, we're giving you the chance to score a clip from the Emmy-winning Netflix drama, Bridgerton. Directed by Chris Van Dusen and produced by Shondaland Productions, seasons 1 and 2 of Bridgerton have gone to the top of Netflix's most watched charts, and the show follows the trials of the Bridgerton family as they navigate the social season of the Regency-era London. So I've chosen a scene from season 1 of the show for you to create your own score and have the chance to win some amazing prizes. The winner will win the Everything collection from Spitfire Audio with products totaling over $25,000, a one-on-one mentoring session with me, and a signed copy of the Bridgerton score. 4 runners-up will win Spitfire's Symphony Complete Professional with products worth over $4,000 and a signed copy of the Bridgerton score as well. The competition is open right now, so you can download the unscored clip from SpitfireAudio.com and start composing straight away. To submit your entry, you'll need to upload your score to your own YouTube channel, tag it with hashtag MyBridgertonScore, and then fill out the entry form on the competition website. The competition closes at 5 p.m. BST on the 24th of August, so you have 4 weeks to submit your score. Myself and the team at Spitfire Audio will then listen through all of the entries, and I'll announce the winner and the 4 runners-up on the 6th of October. Anyone can enter the competition, and if you're looking for tips or advice on composing to picture, then check out the Spitfire Audio Academy to find hundreds of hours of tutorials and educational content. And if you've never scored before, then there are free tools available like BBC Symphony Orchestra Discover, over 40 labs instruments, and plenty more at Piano Book to help get you started. It's really difficult to judge art, but as with last year's competition with Pinar Toprak, we have some guides to help choose a winner. Individuality. I scored this clip using themes and a sound palette that had to work as a part of an 8-episode series, but you can use whichever sounds you feel work with the visuals. It could be one instrument for the whole clip, or you can mix and match as it develops. Fitting the scene. There are several different scenes and locations in the competition clip, so you'll need to handle each one individually and ensure you transition between them without distracting from the story. There is also a lot of dialogue which provides a real-life challenge to us as composers, so be careful not to take over the scene. Handling emotions. With such a variety of scenes within the clip, we'll be looking for scores that pay attention to the emotions at each point and how they balance with the visuals. So you don't have to be a professional composer to enter the competition, and it's a great opportunity to start your media composing journey or to build your portfolio. This is a real-life example of what it can be like to work on a Netflix #1 show. I can't wait to take a listen to the submissions, so head over to the competition page on SpitfireAudio.com to download the clip right now. There'll be a bit more coming from me in the next couple of weeks, but I'll hand it back to Paul to help guide through the competition process.
Thanks, Kris. It's so exciting having you on board for this year's competition. So how do you enter? I'm going to talk you through the 4 stages of entering the competition. So the first thing you need to do is to go to spitfireaudio.com/Bridgerton. Here you'll be able to download the competition clip in either MOV or MP4 format. So one of those will work with your DAW of choice. Second step, you need to import the clip into your DAW. Now I use Logic, so I'm going to show you how I do it in Logic. So I go File, Movie, Open Movie, and here you'll see where I've downloaded the clip. I open, and then I get this option, open the movie and extract the audio track, and I'm going to say OK to those. This is incredibly useful and important. I've got a warning here to tell me that my blank session here is in 25 frames per second, but the movie clip is in 24 frames per second. Now you need to use the correct frame rate for the movie clip. So I'm going to say yes, use 24. And I'm going to import these tracks. So I've got 2 tracks that have been imported. If I solo the first one,
I'm marrying for love.
you can clearly hear that that is the dialogue track. And if I isolate the second track, so that is the effects track. So that contains any sound effects from the Foley, for example, to carriage noises, anything that is separate from that main dialogue track. You should treat these effectively as one thing because they're pre-mixed to the right level relative to each other. If you're using the MP4 version of the competition clip, then all of the dialogue and effects audio will appear on one combined audio channel. Now, we had a lot of questions last year about the dialogue track and whether you're allowed to mess around with it. The answer is no. So you can turn the overall volume of these up or down to taste when you're laying down your master version, but you can't automate it and you can't put any effects on it or anything like that. The dialogue is set up, the effects are set up, you just have to leave them. If they're too loud for your overall mix, then pull them down, but you can't automate them. That is the key rule that you need to follow. Now I'm going to turn the click on for a moment and just play. So you can hear how that tempo works. That's 120 BPM. If I turn the tempo right down to maybe 92 BPM and I play the same clip, then you can see that even without any music, that rhythm, that tempo feels different and it makes the pictures feel different. This is something that is really key that you're going to have to experiment with a little bit when you start writing, finding the right tempo for the music that you're writing, but also that works with the pictures and matches the pictures and kind of glues itself to the pictures. You might find that you start in one tempo and you change tempo a couple of times. That's completely fine as well. But always bear in mind that what you're doing here is you're scoring the pictures. And so you have to be sensitive to whether the speed of the music that you're writing is just suddenly looks too fast or maybe too slow when you put it up against the pictures. Now I've got an instrument track up here and I'm going to select the Labs plugin. Labs is Spitfire's free range of amazing instruments. Check it out. There's loads of great stuff in there that you can use to enter this competition. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to pick vocals and I'm going to load up the choir. Now I'm going to show you how to export the picture, the video, once you've finished writing your music. So for the purposes of that, I'm just going to play a simple chord in somewhere near the beginning of the clip. I'm going to drag the picture just to shrink it a little bit. And I'm also going to control click on the picture. And here you can see movie project settings. Now here I'm just double checking that the movie volume, so the audio that is embedded within the QuickTime file, is muted, because otherwise I'm going to be hearing the audio twice, once from my imported version and once from the actual movie itself. And sure enough, it's muted it, and so we're all good there. But that's one thing to check before you export, to make sure that you're not hearing two lots of the audio from the movie. So here's my choir. Let's start recording.
My darling girl, you are getting what you always wanted. You are marrying for love.
Okay. I'm not going to win the competition with that chord. Let's turn this track off, record. Let's make sure that our click is turned off. Otherwise, when we bounce everything down, we're going to get the noise of the click going through the whole thing. I'm happy with the levels that I've got here. So I go File, Movie, Export Audio to Movie. So I'm just going to give this a unique name. I'm going to call it Paul Test. And I'm happy with the settings down here. Sample rate 4800, bit depth 16, all good. Save. Now, I get an option here for choose tracks to export. Now, what this is asking is, do I want those tracks that are already on the movie file added to my export? And no, I don't, because we've already imported them. So I leave those unchecked and press OK. Now that bounces down. We're writing the movie, and let's just go to Finder. If we open up that movie file, I can show you.
My darling girl, you are getting what you always wanted. You are marrying for love.
So as you can see, we've got our audio from the whole session, which includes our dialogue and effects tracks at the top and any music that we've written. Beautifully added together and bounced back onto the QuickTime file. So this takes us to step 3. Step 3 is to upload this movie file to YouTube. So I'm going to drag my newly created mix file up to the upload video dialog. Now in the description, I'm going to use #MyBridgertonScore, and I'm going to make sure that I copy the link for the video because I'm going to need that for the entry form. Now, when we get to visibility, save or publish, you need to make sure that you're making your video public, or nobody will, including us, will be able to see it. And then finally, you click the publish button. Now, you will get a content warning from YouTube that looks something like this. All this is saying, it's not a copyright strike or anything like that, so there's no need to worry. It's just telling you that the copyright owner has asserted their ownership of this video clip. And it's nothing for you to worry about, it just means you won't be able to monetize the video or anything like that, but it won't affect your YouTube channel in any way. So that concludes part 3, all about how to upload your video to YouTube. Finally, part 4, how to enter the competition on the Spitfire website. You'll find the application form on the Bridgerton page, and you can carry on editing your entry right up until the final deadline, which, just to recap, is the 24th of August. Please remember it's only one entry per person, but if you want any other information, all the terms and conditions are on that Bridgerton competition page. Now, I hope you have loads of fun with this. It's certainly really different to the last 2 years' competitions, and we're really grateful to Kris and to Netflix for providing such a wonderful opportunity for us all to practice our scoring chops. Have fun, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Bye-bye.
Could get one of these with this competition. I'll give it to you. No.
Did we get that on camera?